Send your wives to Tuscaloosa. Give me a roll tide.
It's garage time.
Episode 21.
21. What are you going to call this one? The Stracker Special.
That's right. As you can see, we're deep into our garage tours. We are not in either one of our garages at this point in time.
No, we're in Dauphin, Alabama.
Devin's like, where the fuck are we?
I'm trying to remember. This is Amanda, Kyle's sister. She's always engaging with us on our stuff. So
we've talked about her many times on the episode. She was on our live draft special for a short time. If you paid attention to that.
And then off camera, because he's camera shy, we have Jake, who gets talked about quite a bit as well. Say hi.
Hello.
The big concern was that if we brought Jake on the camera, the internet would break down with the amount of followers we would gain due to that episode.
That is a possibility. You never know.
Well, we didn't want to be ugly when Jake came on.
We're still ugly, dude.
We're still ugly, man. Come on, man. Let's be honest. So vacay has kicked off, we're finally, actually almost done at this point. But
we're pretty close to the end of vacation. Yep, we are in Dauphin Island, Alabama, or at least we have been on vacation.
We've been a little bit everywhere.
Been all over. We spent some time in Gulf Shores, saw some scenic routes going down through Tennessee and Mississippi.
Yep. Yeah, I was up in the northeast part of the state for the first couple of days. So.
That's true. Terrible name for a town, by the way.
I think you told me it was Arab.
That's not any better.
That's way worse.
Yeah.
But no, honestly though, beautiful seeing you down here.
It's nice. It's hot.
Yeah, it is. A little different than I'm used to for sure.
You definitely don't expect mountains in Alabama, but they're definitely here.
Yeah.
Yeah, seen some mountains, seen some gators.
Yep.
Took the kids to Alligator Alley.
Yep.
Saw some crocker gators there. That was pretty nice.
Hit the hangout.
Yeah. Check out TikTok for that video.
Yep.
So what's been your favorite so far?
My favorite so far, I've liked a lot of the beach days. Actually, today was like our feeling like a beach day because it wasn't overly hot. There was a nice breeze because of the storm and stuff. We had waves, so the kids were having a blast. Crystal and I sat in beach chairs. We got in and out of the water. It was comfortable. It just really nice day. And you kind of had that feeling where the beginning of vacation, you're like, what am I going to do? I've got all this stuff in my mind. How's this going to pan out? We got a tropical storm that might be coming. Is that going to affect our vacation? And today you got that soak it in, this is the end of everything, back to the real world in a couple of days. So today was nice, but I liked, Alligator Alley was pretty cool. We'd been there before. Liked the day that we had the Gulf Shores hangout. You guys gave us a tour and stuff of Moe's, which we're going to take Devin to after this, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. It's been a good trip, honestly.
Like we talked this morning, we packed everything in so quick because of the storms that we thought were coming, and now it's like, well shit, what do we do now? Talked about going mini golfing, maybe we can do that tomorrow still, but
we still got a day left.
We'll see what happens. They're taking the rain out of the forecast, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Originally I was like, man, if it rains Friday, I'm leaving. I'm not gonna stick around.
Might as well hit the road.
Yeah, just get down and get going.
I think all of it hit New Orleans. We had some pretty heavy rain yesterday. Watched the movies and stuff, but yeah.
Water spout just up the road.
Saw the water spout right up the road, yeah.
So what do you think of the time for glad time to buy a beach house?
That'd be nice. We got to get a whole lot more followers, which I shouldn't even bitch about. We went from 500 to 700 in a week, so.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's growing. Are they engaging?
Yeah.
Some of them are.
Yeah, we've had a ton of engagement.
Okay.
So, make some more money, get a beach house, spend some more time doing this.
Yeah.
The thing is with the beach house, we were talking about this the other day, and we were talking to Jake about it too, but you buy a house for $500,000 on the beach, right? And I realize that's no small thing, you gotta get financing and all that crap, but you buy a house for $500,000, you rent it for $2,500, $3,000 a week, you're paying this thing off in 5 years.
Yeah.
The people down in this area, North Carolina too, Florida, they're making money hand over fist.
Oh, yeah.
You just gotta get started.
That's the thing, you buy the house and make somebody else pay for it.
Right.
That's the smart way to do it. Not the Airbnb culture right now. You buy a house and rent it out.
You buy a house and you sell it to your brother and move out of state.
That works too.
I do know somebody that did that though, that was part of their retirement plan. They bought a condo in Gulf Shores and it was like 7 years before their retirement date.
Yeah,
And they just like Airbnb'd it and, I mean, it was paid for by the time they retired and moved down there.
That's
So-
awesome.
which is a great idea. I mean, then you stop renting it and it's yours.
Yeah, the only thing that they really complained about is you still pay a lot of expenses to like the cleaning fees and all that
Right.
stuff. Like you gotta be able to stay on top of that and you gotta have like an actual property manager that is down here
Right.
that can check in and make sure everything's good. So you're paying multiple people at the same time. So it's not all profit,
Right.
you know?
But you're thinking what, maybe 30% profit off of it?
Well, in this case, here comes your brother-in-law who specializes in property management. So,
There you go.
I mean,
Damn.
And instead of, even if you had those prices overhead, instead of 5 years, maybe you pay it off in 7 years.
Yeah.
Like it still makes sense,
Right.
So, I don't know. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, especially for people that already live down here or specialize in property management. That would be a good thing too.
If only we knew of a guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Unsolicited advice.
right into it.
So, sunscreen.
Ooh, you gotta have it and you gotta reapply it. So we were telling Devin coming down here, the first time that we came to Alabama, that sun's just different
Oh, it is.
down here. You're closer, obviously, to the equator and everything, but that sun is hot and you will get roasted. I'm not a person that usually burns, but I burned last time. So this time I was like, we're using sunscreen. The mistake I made this time is you gotta reapply that sunscreen.
Right.
And I think it was 2 days ago, got fried,
What I'm shocked about is like, I reapplied the first couple days big time. After like an hour, and I'm still burnt.
Yeah.
Like, this is nuts. It's that white sand with the sun.
It is,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, so our UV is already high, so like I told you, the day you guys came down, we went to Gulf Shores, it was
Mhm.
extreme level there, like it was the highest it could go. But you also have the white sand where it's reflecting and it's increasing it even more. So our norm is very high, but while you guys have been here, it's been extreme, so. that
Yes.
doesn't happen.
Well, and you get to see the spots you missed. Like for me, when I took a long walk on the beach the other day, right back here was more red than anywhere else, just the back of my arms. And then you had like a freaking stripe down the middle of your back where obviously you couldn't reach. It was like.
But you remember that, the next time you put on sunscreen, you remember that time you burnt there, and you get it really good that time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
You
The
do
wood
learn
part.
from it.
Like my back. My wife did my back.
Oh,
That's the wood part.
I just realized we're dressed for 3 different seasons right now.
we really are.
Are we?
This happened one time when you were back in Illinois too. Like, we look like we're completely dressed differently here.
Well, I don't have any cool tattoos to show off, so I don't know.
Same. I'm just lame.
I just knew that if I wore a t-shirt, I would pit it by the time we got here, so I got a bro tank. And then she's used to the weather, I guess. I don't know how the hell you're wearing all that. Pants or sweaters.
Today's a bit cooler though. It's not 108 degrees.
It
It's
wasn't
been
that
cold all day.
Well, and I'll tell you what, like yesterday after all that rain, I sat out on the screened-in porch out back, and it was almost cool. It was like 70 degrees and kind of windy, rainy, and I almost got a sweater.
After you bake for a couple days, anything feels better.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when you're about to die from heat, anything under 85 feels good.
Well, and the good thing with the sunscreen, though, one thing I will say that we've done really well, none of our kids are burnt this
That's
much.
true. Yeah.
As much as we've all been fried, I don't think any of our kids, Bentley had a little bit under her eyes, but for the most part, none of the kids got burnt, which is awesome.
I think Bryce's cheeks got a little too, so. But
Well, Luke's butt cheeks probably got it too, because that kid's pants are always hanging down. So I'm sure he's got a little redness there.
yeah.
But yeah, so what do you, look, just throw it out there. I usually somewhere around 50 or whatever when I'm down here. If I'm at home, I don't bother with it at all. I should, but I don't.
Yeah.
What SPF, what's your suntan, what do you go to?
I would wear the stuff I gave my 4-year-old.
Okay, so like the kid stuff, like the 70.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I still don't.
I
I
use-
just don't think I reapplied quick enough.
What do you guys usually go with?
Whatever my wife buys.
I buy 30 because I feel like anything over that is really just, I mean, you can only get so much protection, and they've already said like anything over 50 is still 50. Like
Yeah.
it's just a sale gimmick. So like 30, I've never been burned on 30, so I just go with 30.
I know you probably get used to the heat, but do you think you get used to the sun? Like, do you guys burn less than you used to, or you just learned how to cover up for it?
I have more of a tan now. Like I work outside all day, so I don't really, my arms and my neck, I don't cover. But like when I go to the beach, I'll spray my legs, and I wear usually a long sleeve shirt.
Gotcha.
Because if I take my shirt off, I'm gonna roast. I mean, that hasn't seen sun in like years, so.
I still burn just as easy, but I mean, we go through sunscreen, I mean, probably 2 cans a week.
Wow.
Like, it's a very routine thing down here.
And I guess that makes sense. Like, you don't really get used to the sun, but you learn how to adapt for it. You know.
I think one thing I was amazed by at the hangout was people were sitting at the table just wiping off the rear blind before they went back out, and like, this is not sanitary at all.
And never mind you standing on the table.
Yeah, but exactly. You know, I'm like, I don't want to eat food after
They
the
haven't got shit on.
Devin got shit on. I wish we'd got that on video.
I know.
So
Yeah.
we were sitting there, you sit at the table, and this bird is right over his shoulder trying to get out the window. And everybody's trying to get his attention because he's oblivious. So we're like, Devin, and he turns and he sees the bird, and the bird shits all down his back before the restaurant people come over and get it out.
Yeah. No, it was that. Everybody's looking at me like, what are you gonna look at? Like,
It tried to circle back.
Yeah.
It tried to give us a second chance to video it, but we still didn't get it.
yeah.
I didn't even think about it at the time, you know, so.
And then you told me, Jake told me, like, I'm gonna bug shit on you. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you didn't leave it
I
at
thought you
all.
were joking with me. No, then Becca comes over and starts wiping my back off. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I told Becca, I was like, he doesn't believe me that the bird shit on his back, and she looked, he's definitely got shit on his back.
And that stuff probably happens all the time to them, though. The birds trying to get in and get out. And
yeah.
stuff,
They were well trained. Once they got staff there, then you had to handle it and got it right out. So
so. Yeah, yeah, they handled it well.
Individual bathrooms are a must on vacation. I think you guys learned that a little harder this time because we didn't realize.
I mean, yeah, it's nice, the ideal situation, so we usually, well, I'll do this. A few years ago, we went to North Carolina and we had essentially 3 adult couples and kids, and we had 4 bathrooms. So each adult couple had a bathroom, and then we had like a kid's bathroom, and that worked out great. This year, you guys have an abundance of bathroom space. Half the fucking houses, you guys, is bedroom and closet. And then all the kids and us shared the other bathroom, and that sometimes was rough, especially the other day after we got off the beach. We're all sweaty, we're covered in sand, and we've got like a 7-person line going through the shower. So, yeah, I think one thing you definitely need to plan on is when you're going on vacation, look at the bathroom situation. I actually, and I'm not ashamed or whatever because it's got a lock on it, I full on showered outside the other day. I shut the door, I turned on the outdoor shower, took my soap down there, and I showered right in and there.
yep, that's what I would do.
Yeah, my son's like, Dad, did you just get naked outside? I'm like, in the shower. I mean, you know, I closed the door.
But even if you didn't, kind of where we're at, nobody's gonna see.
No, and I, you know, whatever. Nobody saw anything. And if they did, they looked away real fast, I'll tell you that. But, so yeah, I mean, the bathrooms,
Yeah.
it's something to it. Do you guys look at that a lot when you go on vacation? I mean, I know your last vacation was a little bit different.
I mean, no, because we just go by ourselves.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah,
we have
that
one
makes sense.
bathroom, there's only 5 of us. Like, we don't vacation with anybody, but I would see where that would be an issue if we did vacation with somebody.
As long as we shower before Layton, because he'll take a 50-minute shower.
But he's
Every
really
night.
good about that. He lets everybody go ahead of him. He purposely waits till the end.
Well, that's responsible at
Yeah.
least. And you probably don't get, as long as he's the end of the line, you don't get too annoyed about that long shower because it's not your water.
By then, I'm going to bed, and he can spend all night in there for all I care.
That's what I told Crystal today because I was kind of giving her shit. We got up in the morning and she's like, I really want a shower. And then, you know, your wife was like, are we going to the beach? I said, well, no, my wife's taking a shower. We're not going to the beach now. And, you know, I told her, I was like, I'm joking, I'm just kidding, whatever. But I told her, I was like, I don't care if you take 8 showers a day. This isn't my water bill, just as long as we can get it at some point, you know.
I do take longer showers in the hotel, I do.
Yeah, that makes
It's not
sense.
my bill.
Like, I mean, I think anytime you're out when somebody else is paying the utility bill, crank the AC down, leave all the lights on, and take as long of a shower as you want.
Yeah,
You know,
it's just part of it, I mean, honestly.
I mean, somebody else is putting the bill, and you finally get to relax and just chill.
The luxuries I don't get to do at home.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I've never set my air conditioner as low at home. I mean, I still set it pretty low compared to some people. I think yours is set lower than mine.
Yeah, we keep ours 65, but yeah.
But nothing like we were in this beach house, dude. We just down.
Yeah, usually what, 68, I think?
Usually 68, 69 at night. I'll bump it down a couple of degrees because the kids sleep upstairs and the heat, goes upstairs.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't usually go much lower than
I
that.
didn't realize how cold we kept it until she came over the other day.
That house was freezing.
It was cold.
Was it?
At one
That's
point,
normal
Really
for us.
was.
That's not like that's the norm. I just.
yeah, at one point it was cold. But
I'm impressed, that it kept it that cold though, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
When it's 107 degrees outside, like, that's pretty impressive, so.
I am the guy that's going to screw the power grid up trying to keep my house cool. I don't care.
really wasn't a big deal. Like I said, just sometimes
That cluster.
it's a cluster. Yeah, when everybody needs a shower at one time.
Right.
So if you're looking for a house that you're going to use for a week or a couple of days or whatever, I think it's worth it to look at the bathroom.
Right.
So
I'm just big on that, like the privacy. Well, the speeding up the thing with the privacy is my biggest one. Like,
I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to take a dump in privacy. Like, I don't want 15 people knocking on the door. Like, leave me alone. Like, give me 10 minutes at least.
see, I'm weird. So when I go into the bathroom, if I'm just brushing my teeth, don't bother me. Like, that's my alone time. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I will sit in there and brush my teeth for 20 minutes to get peace and quiet. I don't care. Like,
Your dentist would be so proud.
right.
what?
Your dentist would be so proud.
I can't focus on you and sing my ABCs. Okay, bathroom was kind of your thing. When you go on vacation, and even though it's just the 5 of you, what's something you look for if you're staying somewhere, hotel or otherwise? Like, what do you?
Multiple beds.
Multiple beds.
Multiple beds and a pull-out couch.
Yeah, plenty of room.
Because Layton won't sleep with nobody.
That makes
Layton
sense.
will sleep all by himself, and we ended up in a hotel situation on our last vacation where they did not give us the room I booked, and it was 2, I think, double beds, no couch. And Layton's like, nope, I will sleep on this floor. So you're not sleeping on this floor, and he slept on the floor because I lost that fight, but he will not sleep with anybody.
So Bentley did that one time. We didn't have a pull-out couch in the hotel room, and she like curled underneath the desk and slept there. And I'm like, Bentley, no. And she's like, I'm not sleeping in that bed, which I get, as they're getting older. But you're like, oh, here I am paying for a hotel room, and my kid's sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, we did go down and ask for at least a cot.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you guys 2 double room? No, fire code. It's like, you gotta be kidding me.
Egress hazard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I said, even if I put the cot in the bathroom and let them sleep in there, I'm like,
One thing I do look at anytime we walk into a hotel room, before we unpack anything, I check the beds for bed bugs.
Yep,
100%.
yep. I do that. And if there's any question, we're gone. I had one hotel room when I was travel nursing that I was like, I don't know if that's a bed bug or not. And I was like, I'm not willing to risk that.
right.
So another thing you mentioned when we were on vacation, and to me this was kind of funny, but I wonder what you guys think about it, is you're like, I gotta have a TV in the bedroom. Like, that was your thing. You didn't want to stay anywhere that there wasn't a TV in the bedroom.
Right.
And for me, like, that wasn't a huge deal. I mean, I'll be honest, this vacation, we've used the TV in our bedroom less than we have any vacation.
Right.
Just because, we're going to bed later or whatever, and
Right.
the set out of the room is kind of a small TV and everything, but is that something you guys care about? And do you watch a lot of TV in bed or anything?
We typically, by the time we get to a hotel room, we just crash out. We
If
shower,
it was-
go to bed.
If it was just an overnight thing, it wouldn't be a big deal. But like
Yeah.
yesterday when it's raining, and people
Yeah.
need to be able to go to different places to spread out.
And that part was kind of cool, because I think my wife referred to it as letting the kids decompress,
Right.
but we sent them upstairs to like watch TV in their rooms. Like, hey, everybody chill, everybody do your own
Exactly.
thing. Because we're all cooped up in here all day, and I thought that was a good idea.
That's the main reason for that. Like, if it was just gonna be an overnight thing, I would care.
That makes sense, yeah.
Like, cause the odds of me watching anything was slim.
I won't book a hotel that's not gonna serve breakfast.
See, that's one of my things, that's what I was gonna say. One of
As
the
much as
things,
those hotel rooms are, if you're not gonna provide breakfast and I got another expense in the morning, no, I'll book somewhere else.
100%.
Even if it's 20 minutes that way.
That's something I do try to look for is like the included breakfast because it does save you money, and even if
It
it's
does.
and most of the time, like let's be honest, I don't know how your kids are, but like when it comes to breakfast, I can take them out to breakfast or whatever, and they don't eat it.
They don't
Like-
actually eat everything they get.
Like,
Exactly.
But they're usually good breakfast too, and that's the part of, I do like the hotel breakfast because he's definitely like eggs, meat, toast guy, and then I've got cereal kids, and then I've got cinnamon roll kids. I
Mhm.
just want the yogurt and banana. Like everybody gets what they want, and
Yeah.
they're happy. So
And I think the hotel that we went to in Orlando last September was a really good
It
breakfast
was.
setup. They had like
Yeah.
everything you could want. So I thought that was cool. I think we ate
And a Starbucks.
and a Starbucks, yeah. So I think we ate breakfast there every day we were there.
I did get a little spoiled with that. I did look at some hotels with a coffee shop in it this time, but
Oh,
I didn't make it a thing.
I will say one of the biggest things we ran into, we stayed at a hotel at one point last year and there was a Starbucks in it. And it might have even been the one in Orlando. And you couldn't get coffee early in the morning because the barista wasn't there yet.
I think that was.
I think it was the
Yeah.
one in Orlando.
Yeah, it was.
There was somebody working, but she wasn't a Starbucks barista,
Yeah.
so you couldn't get any coffee. And I was like,
She like didn't have the certification or something.
yeah, it's like, dude,
Surprised there's not like a pre-made dispenser you can get.
give me drip coffee or something, dude. Like,
Right.
you know, it's early. So,
I get it, oh, you can't have the oversized caramel latte frappuccino thing, but you can still get your black coffee and you'll be fine.
well, fuck, you drink Circle K or Citgo
I've been
coffee
a-
every day since we've been here. So,
Yeah, I've been drinking hazelnut coffee all week, so,
yeah,
don't know why, but I like it right now, so.
it works.
Yeah.
We stayed at a Sheridan, I think it was in Maine. I don't know, I think it was in Maine, but they actually had vending machines of like food.
Yeah.
So there was a restaurant on the side of the hotel, and they would have like salads and calzones and stuff in this vending machine that you could get, and
That's
that's,
kinda cool.
yeah, that's not a normal thing, so I
No.
thought that was nice. And then right next to it was a Ben and Jerry's vending machine. I did go to that.
I mean, who doesn't want the ice cream tonight, you know?
Yes,
Like,
I
I
think
get
that's
that.
genius.
Well, and at one point on this vacation, one of the places we went to a, you started a tab and you self-tapped your own beer. And we found out that all of us kind of suck at pouring a draft beer, you know, and probably paid more because of it.
I know I did.
Mine was like $5 for a beer.
Because it paid per ounce.
Yeah.
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 Like I couldn't get the phone to find out what is going on here.
There's so much head on my beer, and then you dump the head out, and then you're paying more because you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, but I know I'm not made to be a bartender, so.
But it's genius because I could see how if you were sitting there hanging out, you could spend a lot more money than you meant to.
Oh,
I think
Like-
the more you drink, the worse you're gonna pour.
But
Exactly. Well, and can you imagine, you know, without name dropping, even though they probably will never see this, can you imagine some of the people we know, like, at a place like that? It would
God.
be terrible.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Like, just,
Yeah.
so,
Oh, I drank $40 on that one cup. Ow. Like,
yeah. Everybody else just got their cup. Like, whoa, whoa.
sitting there drinking it, put
Left
the
my
back
car in
on
the
it.
machine.
Yeah.
Sports.
So I know you guys aren't like super big into watching baseball, but obviously it was just a home run derby was this weekend, and it's kind of cool. I mean, you didn't watch a whole lot of it, did you?
I watched off and on. I think we went down to the beach at some point during
a
it.
little bit or something.
I mean, I thought it was interesting. My big thing with the home run derby, and we talked about, there were no superstars in it.
Right.
You didn't have a Judge, you didn't have an Ohtani, you didn't have, you know,
Alonso.
Freddie Freeman,
Yeah.
Alonso. Yeah, some of the people that were in the All-Star game that are known for hitting home runs, you didn't have a Schwarber.
Right.
I mean, think about what Schwarber would have done in that home run.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know?
I was thinking that too when I saw him with the walk-off home runs. Man, why wasn't he in it?
Right.
I feel like if it's a home run derby, you should have the best of the best. You know?
Well, see, a lot of those guys declined it. Like Judd declined it.
Well, of course he did, because if Judge, and I'm gonna piss off some Yankee fans, and that's fine, because I feel like we've tiptoed around some of them for a while. If Judge loses the home run derby, which is the thing that he's known for, Judge ain't got anything else. He doesn't
But he
feel
won it.
very well.
He's already won it
slow.
twice.
Right,
So
right. So I mean, he can hang his hat on that because he's the home run guy right
Yeah.
now. But if you go in there and you lose to, I don't know, somebody fucking random,
Well, that was
Rooker
his-
or somebody,
that was Judge's interview. He's like, I've already done it and won it. What more do you want from me?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, I mean, that's fair, you know. I like the, was it Booker or Rooker or whatever?
Rucker, yeah,
I mean,
from the A's.
Some rookie that came out there and just crushed it. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, he played well. Jazz Chisholm did not.
Jesus. How do you get the home run derby and only hit 3?
You know, somebody called that. The night before, they posted this. The night before, somebody said, watch Jazz Chisholm come out and hit 3 home runs.
Oh my God.
And then he did. But I thought it was cool. There's a lot of controversy. People are whining that the MLB wanted their current home run winner to win it.
Right.
And that's why they went to the decimal point, which I agree. I think it's hard when you're watching a baseball land in the stands to come down to a decimal point and expect that to be accurate. I feel like there should have been some kind of face-off situation
Oh,
there.
I loved it, yeah.
5 pitches, you know, kind of like they did the Indian All-Star game.
Right, exactly.
But overall, you know, the home run derby is something cool every year, and I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, because I remember I was watching it, I'm like, oh, Cal didn't make it. That sucks.
Yeah.
Not seeing him hitting in the second round. I'm like, oh, he won by an inch. Like, it went down to a decimal and it came down to an inch. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like, you can't tell me they can spot that close.
Right.
Like,
We need to see if Otani placed any bets on it.
There you go. Yeah. Check all the interpreters. But I will say the guy that placed second, and I'm gonna mess up his name because I wasn't real familiar with him. Help me.
I don't know who it was now.
From the Rays, I think, right?
What was it?
Junior
Google.
Catanero or something like that. But beautiful swing.
Canario?
That might have been it. But I remember watching, and obviously I don't watch a lot of, you know, Tampa Bay baseball or anything like that, but absolutely beautiful swing.
No,
He looked like it was effortless. It looked, I mean, form was great. And you're watching this guy and you're like, he's going to win this.
Yeah,
You go Caminero.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, he had that like 6 straight, just nice, beautiful. Like, oh man, he can run away with this. And then somehow, kind of Cal still came back.
But what a good moment, though, for Cal Valley. You know,
Right.
he had his dad pitching to him. He had his brother playing catcher behind him.
Right.
I mean, absolutely great moment for him and for the whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they showed the picture of his dad turning around and looking at the last moment. I mean, that's kind of cool. That's a full circle moment. I mean, every dad wants that for their kid.
And what did you say? I thought this was funny, but you told me this morning when they interviewed his little brother, right? 16-year-old kid. What was his favorite moment of that whole weekend?
Getting Libby done. You know, which, I mean, it's hard to blame a 15-year-old kid for liking that. I mean,
Yeah.
he was there. I did at one time watch, you could tell the dad was getting frustrated when he was pitching the Cal. And he missed the ball and it bounced off his face mask, and you could tell he was pissed, like embarrassed on national TV. I'm like, well, that sucks.
But he's 16.
But then his dad also hit cousin Cal in the arm while he pitching to him in a home run derby.
Right.
Like, what the hell? Like, you only get so many pitches. Like,
Yeah.
you can't be hitting him with it, you know? But no, let's talk about the All-Star game and Schwarber, who actually ended up getting MVP. As we talked about this morning, somebody who didn't watch this is going to be super confused. 0 for 2 with a walk, but it was MVP. Like,
Yeah.
because of the, what do they call it? The hit?
Just swing off.
Swing off,
That's what they call it. Did you guys watch the All-Star game at all?
No, I've seen highlights of it, but we did not watch it. I think I've heard where people would like to petition every extra innings game be ended like that.
I think it'd be cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I like it a lot more than having the runner start at second and stuff like that. 'Cause
I agree.
Sometimes, I don't know, man, it kind of screws up the game, you know?
I mean, I get the international tiebreaker, like it speeds it up in extra innings versus maybe you go 6 innings and nobody ever got on base. Like, you don't want that. But this whole, maybe do the 10th inning the same way we do it, and then after that, it just pick 3 and go hit.
Well, and I remember when they picked their 3, we were talking about it, and I remember I looked at you and I was like, watch Schwarber go 3 for 3. Like, Schwarber's going to be the difference maker.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he was, but I don't understand. So the idea behind it, for anybody that didn't watch it, is that the 2 managers, Dave Roberts and Boone, yeah, were the 2 managers, and they got to pick 3 players off of their team, and each player got 3 pitches, and whoever hit the most home runs win the game. But the people they chose, like, you had an all-star roster with Judge, Otani, you had Alonso, which they ended up picking, you had PCA, you had some of the best players in the league. And one of the guys that they chose for the AL, I remember I looked and I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
And he actually, I mean, he's probably a great player, nothing against
They
him.
stood too.
Well, no, the one I was thinking, remember the one at the end that he went after Schwarber? He didn't hit it past
Oh, yeah.
mid center field.
Right.
You know, he's cranking them and they're not even reaching the ball and you're like, why'd you choose him? You know?
I did see where Otani and Judge had already left
Yeah.
the stadium,
Yeah.
so.
Well, I don't think a lot of them knew that the swing off was going to happen.
Right.
I think they kind of kept that in the bag, which was cool. I mean, it was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, 'cause I thought it was cool. I thought the whole All-Star game was cool. The tribute to Hank Aaron was one of the
Oh, yeah.
coolest things that I've ever seen
Yeah, that was
on a
awesome.
baseball diamond.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe we can find a video of that. I'll see if I can figure that out. But I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was projections or
Had to be.
what they used.
Yeah.
But basically, they turned the whole baseball diamond into a movie theater and showed off some of Hank Aaron's best moments and when he hit the record home run.
7:15.
Yeah, 7:15, and his wife was sitting pretty close to the field watching the whole thing.
Right.
And it was probably planned, but they had everybody in the stadium sitting down, so the only person you saw standing in that whole stadium was his wife.
Right.
And I thought that was just an awesome moment.
Yeah.
Really cool moment for the All-Star game. The Carolina Panthers do something like this. Have you seen where they have the panther that they project and it runs around the stadium or something? Yeah, I mean, so this is the kind of stuff that sports are starting to bring in.
They suck.
Dude, they've got one of the best, I mean, for a long time though, one of the coolest things in the NFL was firing the
Firing
cannons.
the cannons.
Yeah, it was like they have a fucking pirate ship on their field.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So,
Top that.
yeah, right. Not to mention they have the Dreamsicle uniforms that are some
Yeah.
of the best in the NFL.
They're coming back. They're gonna wear them this year.
I saw that, yeah. I think that's gonna be really cool too. A lot of the throwbacks suck, but I mean, if you're talking about Tampa Bay, they put on a hell of an experience for the fan,
Oh, they do.
you know?
Just you can tell by the way all the fans interact with everything that they like it down there.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't go 12 years without even making the playoffs and still have the great fan base you have, but they were having something similar to that.
Mhm.
You go to one of their games, it's like a party.
Yeah.
It is. It's like a party. It's fun.
How many games have you been to?
We've only been to one, but we got tickets for this year too. Because we only started going once we lived down here. 'Cause that's a long trip.
But
It's still 8 hours from here,
How long?
8 hours.
8. That's not terrible. Okay.
Well, so for us, and I guess maybe this doesn't work for you because you're a fan of the Carolina Panthers,
Right.
but like for me, if I'm planning on going to a Bears game, I'm aiming for that September. Maybe October, but if I'm going to a game, I'm not going in November or December.
Yeah.
It's cold in Soldier Field. I'm not going in August because it's hot, and most of the time it's a meaningless game. So, like, you guys, if you're going to the Tampa Bay, where do you aim for?
January.
January?
January. We
Really?
went January last year, and I'm telling you, it was still hot. We still got sunburnt. It was still hot. We were on the side of the stadium with the pirate ship, and then it was full sun on a football Sunday. So this year we got December right before Christmas, and we're gonna be on the opposite side, which will be shade. So
That should be
we'll
all
see.
better then. 'Cause
We'll
so,
see.
and crazy going that up. So I went to a Chiefs game 2 weeks before Christmas last year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And I was sweating my ass off.
Really?
Like, it was 12 degrees outside, but in this stadium, it was so freaking hot.
All those people in the
Oh,
private
yeah.
end, yeah.
I had so many layers on, like this, I was just sweat rolling down my face. I mean, this is ridiculous.
You gotta dress for it though. I mean, you're gonna be
When we
miserable.
tailgated, we got there like 6 a.m. and tailgated.
Mhm.
Like, shit, I gotta prepare for that, you know. Got in the game, but yeah, I know. So maybe, I'm guessing all stadiums are built the same way, you know, they have the high background, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
once the air gets trapped inside, you know, it can't go anywhere. Whereas like Chicago is super windy, is Tampa Bay that way? Like,
Not
never
really.
been there, so I don't know. But
Hot and humid.
so the air just sits right there with you.
Mhm.
See, our biggest thing, I went to a game in middle of November to Soldier Field, and I wore a hoodie. Well, I wore a t-shirt, a hoodie, a coat, and then my jersey over top. And I had gloves and I had a stocking cap. Like, I was ready for it to be cold. And the tickets I got, which I would not recommend, were very top row of the side that faces the lakes behind you.
Oh, God.
For one, you can't see anything.
No.
Right, like it's so far down, you're missing everything. The other thing is those stairs at the top of Soldier Field are really steep.
Oh,
Like and not that I was even drinking because it was expensive, but you look down those stairs and you're like, oh wow, I gotta pay attention. But that wind coming off the lake, I was shivering the whole time. Like it was so freaking cold. So, and I mean, that's one of the things though, that home field advantage matters if you get into the playoffs. But as a fan experience, you know, you gotta plan for that.
Yeah, plan for it. Yeah.
So,
Who was it, Miami, that, didn't they have the opposing team right in the sun with no shade at all?
yeah.
And it was like 16 degrees hotter on their sideline or something like that.
Oh yeah. Well, then you think about, you know, you mentioned Miami. You think about, and I know we got way away from the All-Star game. But,
This
you
is
think
what
about
happens,
like
though. This is what happens. Like,
you think about Buffalo having home field advantage and a team like Miami going up there.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
sure.
yeah, we left 80-degree temperature to go play in 3 foot of snow. Like, you know.
Which I will say, and that's another thing. Give them credit where it's due. But Tampa Bay travels well. You know, they do. That year that you know, Brady and them won the Super Bowl, they played in some rough environments. You know.
Yeah.
And
But
Tampa
they did.
Bay is one of those teams like Miami where it's hot and humid all year long.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so since we're talking about football, let's go to the next topic. Your 1 through 4 rankings of who's going to make the college football playoffs.
I love that college football is coming because on my birthday this year is one of the best college football slates in a long time.
Let's see it.
Hang on, let me look it up. Because it starts with Texas and Ohio State, and then you have Alabama and Florida State. Hang on. Because I was looking at this morning and I was like, cancel my plans for that day.
Cancel ball.
I did
So-
see where the Gators have the toughest schedule in the country.
Right.
And if you look at their schedule, it is insane.
Really?
I mean, they're all ranked, every single one of them.
And that's how it should be, though, if we're going to be a big school.
It should, I agree.
So yeah, you got Texas, Ohio State, you got Alabama, Florida State, you have Clemson, LSU, and then there was one later in the evening, Notre Dame, Miami.
Right out of the gate. Right.
So it's like,
Yeah.
damn. And the Texas Ohio State one, or sorry, yeah, Texas Ohio is huge because of what happened in the playoffs last year.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah, it is.
yeah,
Didn't think about that.
top 4 teams though. What do you got? You don't
So,
know?
Texas, is Archie Manning going to be the guy?
I think so. I think Archie Manning's going to bring something to the offense that Quinn Ewers didn't have. I think we've got young receivers still, coaching staff stuck around. We've got a solid defense. Showed that they can hang in the SEC. I think Texas has another strong year.
Here we go with this SEC bias again.
I think they will take a step back.
I doubt it.
If Archie
I don't
Manning,
think so.
I think they do, and I think it takes a year to really adjust. But next year, I think they're one of the stronger teams. I still think they make the playoffs this year.
Right.
But you know, last year they were widely regarded as one of the number 1 seeds all year long.
Right.
So Texas will be good. I guess I kind of took over. I'll just go there. Texas will be good. Obviously, the Ohio State is still going to be solid. You know they're going to be.
Yep. Gotta have a Big Ten in there somewhere.
Yeah, shooting off my hip, you know, you got Ohio State, you've got Texas, you've got another SEC team, and you have to. So if you're leaning Alabama, Georgia, honestly, I'm going with Georgia. Sorry, guys, but Saban being gone changes
It's
Alabama.
the end of the podcast, y'all.
And I don't think Georgia's going to be a good either. I just think they haven't had that coaching staff turnover that Alabama had recently. So when you're looking at Georgia and Alabama are each going to have a new quarterback this year, having a coach returning, I think matters more to Georgia. I hate him. I don't like Georgia, but they're always.
Kirby Smart is a phenomenal coach.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the best to do it. So
Yeah,
He's always there. Some of the ones last year are going to take a step back. Penn State's not going to be as good. Nobody's going to give a shit about Colorado. Miami with Carson Beck are going to look like shit.
Indiana.
Indiana, yeah,
Even though he's getting paid like $6 million to go there this year.
right.
Ridiculous.
Who do you got, top 4?
Alright, so Oregon.
Really?
I think Oregon's gonna pull it out this year.
Even with the turnover and everything they
I
had on
don't.
offense?
So the turnover, I mean, doesn't matter as much as we're early in the year, but by the time the playoffs get there, I don't think it's gonna matter too much.
Okay.
I think Georgia. I don't know, I'm kind of shooting from the hip on this one, but I think LSU might be rebounding. I could see them coming back. Oh damn, I'm stuck in New England. And then I mean, you're gonna have Texas, Bama, Florida State. I mean, I don't know. FSU's gonna be getting on again.
I'm curious what FSU's going to do, really. I mean, coming off a really bad year, I mean,
Yeah.
they've got to bounce back. They can't go anywhere but up. So.
I would think so.
I think they do bounce back. I don't think you see anybody from the ACC making a threat. I don't feel strong about North Carolina.
Clemson.
That Bill Belichick is a big farce. It's not going to go anywhere.
This is a way for
Clemson,
them to get money.
Duke, none of that's really going to
Yeah.
go anywhere. Not this year anyhow. But
I always like them to get kids. You know, we gotta go to a coach to do something.
they'll have some kind of nice tight end though. They always do.
He's got to get out of that freaking offense he has. But defense will be fine. It is another year. It's just we can't score any points.
Yeah,
And we win games 3-0 because we're stupid. So
hard football to watch
Yeah.
sometimes.
no, terrible football to watch.
Top 4, what do you got? Bama's up there.
I gotta do Bama.
Yeah. And I think Bama could be very good this year.
I mean, we did have the coaching, and DeVore's not Saban, but I think him
Saban.
coming back into this year and, you know, Milroe being gone and stuff, you still have good
How
talent
you do?
from last year coming in, plus new guys. So I'm still counting Bama in. Ohio, you always have to count Ohio in. I don't know about Georgia. I don't like Georgia, but I think maybe. I do think Texas, I don't know about this year. Again, like you said, maybe next year, but I mean, they might surprise you a little bit. But ultimately, I have to do SEC. I don't care who, just SEC.
Well, and I think when you look at, and we talked about this, college football eventually is going to turn into just like the NFL, where you have, you know, the NFC and the AFC, but you're going to have the SEC and the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And it's getting there really fast now.
The transfer portal has completely leveled the playing field. I mean,
I don't
there's-
like it, but
And it has. And I think that was an argument earlier when I asked you about Oregon's turnover. I think that's something that these good programs are going to deal with because the turnover is so high. But what I was going to say is when you look at Alabama, when you look at Georgia, when you look at Texas, when you look at Ohio, the things that these teams do well is they recruit well. And if they have somebody go to the NFL, which is expected, you know, they have people go early, they have successful players, the next man up is already there.
Yeah.
And that's where, you know, if you had asked me, you said top 4, but if you had asked me top 10, Bama's going to be there more times than not.
Oh, yeah.
Georgia's going to be there more times than not. Tennessee is another
Yeah,
one
absolutely.
that, you know, they recruit well, they're going to be strong. You got a top 4? I guess you're off camera here. But
There's with how deep the ties are with Alabama, and I think the Saban effect, he's still very much involved, whether we know it or not. Off the picture, he is involved. I've got to have Alabama up there. I think Texas is going to be right in there. Ohio State. And I would say it's kind of, I'm between Georgia and Ole Miss.
I think Ole Miss could be good.
I like that.
I think Ole Miss could be very good this year.
The thing that took me off of Ole Miss is, again, and this is the unknown, and I'll admit, maybe I should have done more research before this episode. My issue with Ole Miss is my same issue with Alabama. I don't know the next guy. I have faith in them to figure it out, but who replaces Jackson Dart? You know?
That's true.
All the guys that left Alabama, who replaces them? And I don't know. But
I
you
think
guys
a
probably.
lot of what they have is Lane Kiffin,
Yeah.
who is very active on socials and stuff, and I think he's bringing a lot of talent in because kids want to play for him.
And that makes sense, and I think that matters a lot. I think that's one of the reasons that none of us mentioned Michigan this year. You know, with Harbaugh gone, I feel like they're another team that recruits well, but I think you have to step back with him.
Well, they can't cheat anymore, so.
Yeah, they got to play it square now, so.
Right.
And I don't know if you would agree or not, but I always have a soft spot for Vandy too.
Vandy's.
I have
They
no
are
idea what they have done, like coming into this year. I have no idea, but like if I can't root for Bama, I'm rooting for Vandy. They beat us, so I respect them. They're scrappy. You don't hear a lot about them, but they're a quality team. And we ended up going to another football game in Auburn, rooting for Vandy. So like, I gotta stick with Vandy too.
Did Pavia declare for the draft?
I don't think he did. Well, And the other thing is with Vandy is like, if I'm a college football team and I'm planning my schedule for the year, I don't play Vanderbilt and I don't play Kentucky. Because they have that upset special every year where you're like, maybe I play Clemson. You know, like,
Kentucky started out hot last year. They were
That's another
tough.
team I think you gotta watch out for, the Clemson, Auburn probably as well.
And South Carolina too. That's
South
another one
Carolina.
that's scrappy.
some of those teams you don't think about in the top four. Like nobody's going to come out and say that Vanderbilt's going to be a top 4 team, but on any given Saturday, they
They
can
win.
win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what happened. We watched that Vandy-Bama game last year, like expecting, you knew exactly how it was gonna go, and I mean, they smoked our ass, like they embarrassed us and it humbled you.
They hyped that video of Saban saying you can play anywhere in the SEC and Vanderbilt's the easiest, and they hyped it, and that's exactly what cost them the game because Vanderbilt came out ready to play.
Oh yeah. Well, and none of us mentioned UCLA. I don't think Nico's going to do any good out there.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen out there.
Tennessee's better off without him.
Yeah.
So
Well, with the conference changing, all those West Coast teams really are starting to get these different schedules that are helping them compete with bigger teams.
so then
You know, UCLA and Boise State on what they were 5 years ago. Yeah.
So then we'll, obviously moving forward, we'll probably talk about college football a lot as it gets started and everything. But just to hear you guys' opinion, because I know we have the same opinion about this. Notre Dame, is it time to join a conference?
Absolutely.
I think
they
so.
should. I think in order to be in the playoffs, you have to be in the
Yep.
conference.
I think they already have an unfair advantage right out the gate.
Mhm.
And just for playing in the playoffs, how many millions of dollars did they get that they don't have to split between their conference? Like what, $14 million?
Right.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's just, what's to stop any other team from declaring independent and
Right.
doing it that route?
Well, and one of the big factors right before the playoffs is like the SEC or the Big Ten championship. You can be the #1 seed like Texas was, and you go into this SEC championship game and you lose
Is it
to an
even
old
worth
miss
playing?
or something.
Yeah.
That affects your playoff seed.
Right.
Or Ohio State gets in and they lose to Rutgers.
Right.
Oh, I just fucked that up.
Yep.
So Notre Dame, like you said, has an unfair advantage. I think in the world that we're in with college football, they should join a conference.
So they don't want to, then they don't get shot at the playoffs. I mean, simple as that.
Yeah.
Which sucks for a lot of those. They have good talent come through there all the time. It's obviously one of the teams that everybody likes to watch. Notre Dame's always fun. So,
But you can't say you're the best if you don't play the best.
exactly. Yeah.
So,
And I do think one thing to watch out for as the conferences keep realigning, because they're going to come, is the travel these kids are going to have.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 20-year-old kids
The
out there.
fatigue.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's one thing that I thought too, that they need to consider the strength of schedule. When you've got teams that are ranked like 130th, Indiana, for example,
Right.
why are they in the playoffs?
Yeah.
If they're not gonna play the best teams, they shouldn't even be there.
Right.
I mean,
and that's one of the things, if we're going to get accused of an SEC bias, one thing I do love about the SEC is they beat the shit out of each
they
other.
do.
Like, no matter who you play, if you play Mizzou, if you play Tennessee, if you play Vanderbilt, if you play Kentucky, like, it is a dogfight through that season.
Yeah.
That's
So-
what makes the best games too. I think they play the best games. It's the most exciting, it's the most engaging because, I mean.
It's the closest
not
you're gonna get
routine at all.
to
Yeah.
the NFL. I mean,
Sometimes it's like schoolyard ball out there.
But anyway, I mean, and that is why when you talk about the scheduling of what you're going to watch, where do all those teams come from?
Right.
They weren't from the ACC or the Pac-12 or Mountain West. It was from the SEC.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Big Ten. If you were, now a lot of people are Big Ten fans, most of them are SEC, which I think you could get either one of those. You're going to have fun, And then when they cross over and play each other, I live for those games.
Okay.
Because you never know. Like Ohio State usually going to kick the shit out of everybody in the Big Ten. I think Oregon changing that up a little bit. So that's kind of cool to see. I don't like Oregon being in the Big Ten though. Like they are so far out. But,
yeah.
Yeah. They messed up that conference.
Oh, they did.
Which is where I think it eventually gets to just a 2-conference
Yeah.
system, honestly.
Probably right on that. Let's get on to the GTR. So it's all going to be about the stack of vacation journey. So how many states did you guys see on the last trip?
We ended up going to 16 that we hadn't visited before.
60. Yeah, had,
Wow.
holy shit. And did you stop at every single one? Or no shit?
Did you have like criteria like to make this meaningful? We had to be here. This like you couldn't just hit a gas station and get out.
No, I don't really believe in all that because as soon as you cross the state line, you've been in the state. And I don't really care what anybody else says because I hear that all the time that like you didn't actually visit, but I did because I was there. Wasn't I? I was there. Okay. So like we drove through Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Virginia is like the night before or whatever. So, I mean, we didn't really count that too much because we literally just drove through it trying to get to
And it was nice.
Virginia, yeah. But once we got to Virginia, like, we tried to make sure we did something. But like, Maryland, Delaware, I'll be honest, wasn't interested in it, drove through it. Stopped, took some pictures, stopped at the sign, took some pictures, but kept driving. Like, I didn't care to do anything. Connecticut, we purposely stopped and got New Haven pizza because it's the pizza capital of America. So, I mean, like, most of the places we did stop and actually do something, but there was a couple of states that we just drove right on by.
Marked it off the list.
Yeah.
So what was, you mentioned some of your forgettable states, like you mentioned Delaware, you mentioned Maryland. And
no offense, I just don't know anything about those states. Like, there wasn't anything with, like, you know, it's not like the Statue of Liberty's there.
Right.
So, I mean,
Right.
Most of the stuff we wanted to see was coastal, like the
in
little
other
quaint towns
places,
and
so we
stuff.
just kept going so we could get to where we wanted to go.
Yeah.
well, we've done this 3 episodes in a row, so we've called out California, we've called out Alabama. If anybody's from Delaware or Maryland, please comment and tell us what the fuck there is to do in your state, because we don't know. But you talked about some of them that you kind of just checked off the list. What were some of your favorite states? Like, what tops the list for you?
My absolute favorite state was New Hampshire.
Okay.
Which surprised me because
Because
I
of you?
100% thought that was another one we were going to drive on by through. It was my favorite. The scenery is like nothing you've ever seen if you haven't been up there.
Okay.
I mean, it was gorgeous, and the kids loved playing in the creeks and stuff, and playing on the rocks, and I don't know, it was just gorgeous.
I
loved
can't
it.
imagine in the fall. I bet it's breathtaking, honestly.
Like, I wanted to spend all day there. We spent way more time there than we anticipated because we were supposed to keep driving, and we did not keep driving. We kept stopping. It was awesome.
So, New Hampshire, if you were going to do top 3, what else?
Top 3. Next would probably be New York, which was another surprise to me. I was so anxious about going to New York City. I mean, I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
I've been to Chicago and all these other cities, but like, it's New York City, so like, that's different.
The stigma and the stuff that you hear about it is not,
None of
I
that.
didn't feel it was true. I never felt like we weren't safe. There was a heavy police presence everywhere, security, armed security everywhere. I mean, we rode the subway, I mean, we did all the things and.
We did all the things and we had a great time. Like, nothing about it was stressful or made you like anxious or anything like that. Never once not felt safe. I mean, we had a great time. So New York surprised me. New York City. New York was kind of boring, but New York City was cool. And my number 3 would have to be Rhode Island again, just for the scenery. You know, you got the lighthouses, you've got the like Chesapeake Bay type stuff, the rocks, and it was very pretty.
And I remember thinking, like, seeing pictures. I think you sent me a picture, obviously, of Layton with his pizza, but like Braylon in New York City, and you see like the ads and everything behind her and the skyscrapers and all of that. It was like, it felt almost surreal for me to like see you in that setting. Did it feel surreal? Like,
It did, kind of, a little bit. I mean, I went to a lot of places I never thought I'd see in my life. So it did really feel surreal. I mean, going to the Statue of Liberty and seeing the Declaration of Independence, like, I didn't think I would ever see that, you know?
And I never had any intentions of sitting in a rooftop bar on Times Square with my children one day. Like, that wasn't part of the plan at all. And it did, because you see it in the movies and on TV and stuff.
Right.
And there's like a certain perception of how you think it's going to be. And then once you go there, none of it's true. None of it's true.
Was your top 3 the same, do you think? New York, Rhode Island, New Hampshire?
Yeah, I mean, I really like Maine also. I just really like the little coastal towns and stuff. They're a pain in the ass to drive through. I mean, it's awful to drive through, but
Everywhere we went, there was some kind of festival we didn't know about. Every state we went.
It's always crowded in the hotel
Yeah.
because it was felt. Gotcha. Okay.
DC was definitely one of my favorites. We walked about 8 miles in a day, but
Wow.
we saw a lot of things.
So, if you were going to plan it again, like, would you go back to New York or New Hampshire?
I absolutely want to go back to New York City. The kids want to go back to New York City. They're already asking to go back to New York City. I would love to spend more time in New Hampshire and Rhode Island.
Did it change enough of your outlook that like you would feel comfortable staying in New York City? Or would you stay in like New Hampshire or something and travel into New York
We
City?
stayed in Staten Island when we
Oh,
were
did
there.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were good with that? So
Yeah.
you
Good.
maybe spend a week and just
I
visit
think it would
those
be awesome to
places?
get a hotel room right in New York City by Times Square, and you could just walk and subway everywhere.
Would you ever do the ball drop?
It's a
For
little
me,
too,
it's a no.
a little too people away for me.
That was
That's the
mine.
part that I was worried about, because I don't do big crowds, and I
Right.
don't do, like, you know, in the movies, you got the shoulder chucking and
Yeah.
like stuff like, I don't do that, and that's what I was nervous about, but like, you go there and it's actually not like that. But a ball drop, it would be like that. Sounds
Because
good.
everybody else comes.
Right.
You know, everybody else fucks it up. And my thought with the ball drop, I always thought it'd be cool. Like if you had a hotel room nearby and you could see it,
Yeah.
but like to actually be standing there, you move, you lose you're not getting back
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I don't think I could ever do it.
No, I think that would ruin it for me, actually. Like, that's exactly what I didn't want.
Do you think the time frame was good? Like you did 16 states in how many days?
7.
Do you think that was good? Would you make it longer in the future? Like say you wanted to hit the West Coast.
We were pretty fatigued by the last couple of days. I mean, we drove 4,000 miles.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
But that's because Jake tacked on a whole nother state,
Yeah.
2 states away,
You hit
at the
Michigan?
end of our trip by tacking on Michigan. That was not part of the plan. We were supposed to already be home by the time we got to Michigan.
Was it worth it? Did you enjoy Michigan?
I mean,
It was gorgeous.
I've been to Michigan before, but the kids hadn't.
Right.
And I thought, you know what, we're this close. Otherwise, we're gonna have to, like when we go home on an Illinois trip, we're gonna have to go 4 hours out of the way to get to Michigan.
Yeah.
So I don't think the goal initially was to see all 50 states, or, you know, the lower 48, whatever. But if it does become the goal, then hey, we can check it off and we don't have to go back up there again.
I think, see, we vacation differently than like you do, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, there's stuff we want to see. There's places we want to go. We don't like to sit in one place for multiple days. Like, I love
Funny,
that.
we were actually talking
You
about that
guys
this
take
morning.
vacation as like relaxation, rewind. We take it as adventure. So like, we had one day for Washington D.C., did all the things. Had one day for New York City, still did all the things. It wasn't rushed. We were happy and we were ready to move on to the next thing after that. And then we had a whole day in Salem, Massachusetts, complete waste of time. Will never happen again. But as far as like the timeline that I had planned out, I think it was perfect for us. We
Yeah.
got to do everything we wanted to do. We didn't have to skip anything.
And it's funny you mentioned that because this morning we actually got to the point, you know, we were sitting on the beach watching the kids play and we said to each other, like, this is a long time to be in one place. Like, kind of wish, you started talking about like Michigan and
Yeah,
stuff.
right, Michigan,
And finding somewhere where like there was more stuff to do. And like you said, making it more of an adventure than
Yeah.
let's go sit on a beach for 7 days.
Yeah, see, I
See,
couldn't do that.
we did that a couple times. Like we went to Kansas City, and I think we were there for 5 days.
We were so bored after
There's-
like 2 days. We wanted to go over here and then over there, but like our hotel was already here, so I don't like being tied down. I love having another space to go to when I'm done with this because I can't wait to get there too.
It just keeps it new and fresh. And
That's the thing, like, I'm so busy in my everyday life, I can't fathom being busy on vacation. But then I see you guys do it, I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to open my eyes and just give it a shot.
And I think that's
Yeah.
just different perceptions too. So like you're busy in your everyday life. I'm also busy like at work and stuff, but then I come home and it's very routine, it's
Right.
very relaxed and stuff because we
Right.
don't run around and do the sports all the time. We have one kid playing soccer. So like ours is very routine and
Gotcha.
chill.
Yeah.
So like to go on vacation and actually go do all these things and run around, like, it's different for us, where it wouldn't be different
Right.
for you probably.
That's fair.
And I think that was one thing we ran into is like, not that we didn't like Dauphin Island, but I think the allure, I think that the attraction of Dauphin Island is like, it's underdeveloped. You come in, you're relaxed, there's a beach that you have to yourself, like, there's not great reception, this is just the beach, which is good. But if we wanted to do something else, we had to drive off of the island to go do
Right.
it. Which is fine, but like you said, after several days, it's like, okay.
I'll be honest with you, when we originally booked, I didn't look closely enough at the map to realize there's a freaking ferry.
Yeah,
I thought
there was a bridge.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bridge.
Gotcha.
So I was like, oh, you can actually do through, I think there's golf tours. I didn't realize we were doing 2 hours, whatever I was doing, because I probably would have went there.
Right.
Honestly. And then like, no, go to the other side, because the whole point was, oh, we'll go to Dauphin Island because we can't find anything we need at golf tours, Orange Beach or whatever, and the price range we wanted. But like, oh, but we can just shoot over, right? Obviously, that's not the case, you know?
Definitely not the case, and I actually made that mistake when we first moved here. I got a job in Mobile, and the housing people that we got a hold of, they're like, hey, we got this house in Daphne. I was like, where's Daphne? And they're like, oh, it's about 15 minutes to Mobile. I was like, okay, great, I'll take it, and then I started my job over there. And it was like a couple of days before we actually moved, I was like, how long did he tell me it would take? And so I just went ahead and GPS'd it, and that was when I was doing all my bike rides and stuff. I had it set to bike ride, and it told me it was gonna take me almost 2 hours to get to work, and I was like, what have I done? Because I had to go all the way around the bay
Yeah.
on a bike to get to work, and I realized after a while that it was on bicycle, so I went to the car, and it was like 15 minutes. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta call this place and tell them I want to work in here.
We can't do that.
Well, and that's their adventures and stuff up the coast is a good time to tie into it, but you have never gone on vacation outside of North
I
Carolina.
hadn't, no.
So this is new to you, so like, what do you think being somewhere else? Like, you've never been anywhere else.
I like golf shows, I really did, that was fun. I hate Dauphin Island, dude. I would never go back. Like, I don't know if it's, so
I kinda
in Carolina,
expect
you don't, like, 20 minutes there's a Walmart.
Yeah.
6 minutes there's a freaking Dollar General, not a 9-mile drive across it, which the bridge is cool. It's an awesome view for one time.
That road's
Yeah.
dangerous
You
too.
know, because getting in and out of that place is trash. Like,
Yeah.
and you have a limited supply of everything. We wanted to get pizza the first night. I wasn't gonna happen, you know. Ended up getting it surprisingly faster than I thought we were going to. Just it's probably better for an older couple.
It's really remote.
Yeah,
It is.
It's really not a vacation spot.
Yeah,
It's for people that want to disappear.
but yeah, it really
Yeah,
is.
she told me you guys booked in Dauphin Island. I was like, did they mean to do that? Like,
Honestly,
I think it would be a great place for a retired couple.
yeah.
You know, or something like that. And it's nothing against it, but like I said, the beach is great for a couple of days. A week of going to the beach every day, and even the kids are starting to be like, all right.
the reason it happened was because we were being so indecisive.
We waited too long.
Yeah, we did. We had a house lined up in the Carolinas that was gonna be perfect, and it's like, oh shit, with this baseball schedule, softball schedule, can it work? Yes, okay, we'll do it. House is booked. Shit. Like, all right, fine. We talked about Bam. I'm like, all right, no, what, screw it. So I just started looking there, and found what 2 or 3 houses we liked here. Booked. Literally the day I was going to book one, it was open that morning at like 8. And by the time we all in the group chat got in the hey, let's do it at 10:30, it was already booked.
Dang.
And it was way better set up for us. I think it was on the other end of the island, which we would have liked better, you know. But something new. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been like, I have an aunt that lives off the island in Carolina, so I've been out there for like 28 years. You know, we've just been going out there since I was like 2, before whatever it was. So
I think you
Yes.
would like Pensacola.
yeah, that's what a lot of
Yeah.
people told
Gorgeous
me.
I agree
beach,
with
Try that
and
one,
all
so.
your things are there like you're wanting,
But
so.
I think that would be like nothing the shots on Dauphin Island, but it's like you said.
It wasn't what you were looking
It's
for.
outdated.
Well, you spent a day, well, not even a day. We spent 2 hours exploring the shops in Dauphin Island, and it was kind of cool. Well, you're not gonna go back. Like
Right.
the rest of the week,
Right.
you're not like, hey, let's go check this out again, you know, and,
Yeah.
we checked out all the different beaches and that was kind of cool, but again, then it's like you said, when you got another destination in mind, you're like, I'm looking forward to that.
Right.
And for a couple of days, we were like, well, let's check out the West Beach, man. On Tuesday, we're doing the West Beach and we were all excited for it. But you can only do that so much. But it's
Right.
like you've seen all of the island
Yeah.
multiple times.
And we went to the West Beach and, I mean, it was good. I mean,
A lot of marine life.
yeah.
We saw sea turtles and everything. And
I
stuff kept
was
pushing up
shocked with
against the
how
legs.
open the beach is, because in Carolina, it's not that way. Like you walk down on your access and you might have to walk 300 yards either direction to get a beach spot.
Really?
Yeah, it's packed.
Wow.
And here it's like, walk straight out and nobody's using it. It's like, what in the hell? And like, but that was totally different, confusing as hell. Like, nobody goes to the beach here? That's kind of the point is. No, but yeah, no, I would come back with you.
Probably not with the kids. I would probably choose to do something else. Like I said, I think it was great. The first night that we were there, and then today we pretty much had the beach to ourselves, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But again, you know, if you get beached out, like I've had enough of the beach, which happens, especially if you get sunburned, there's not a whole lot left to do.
Right, me too.
So I like the appeal of what you guys did. I thought that was kind of a cool vacation.
Yeah, no, and it's funny you brought that up. We literally talked about it on the beach this morning. Like, oh, yeah, try that.
Well, I think part of the difference too is we live here.
Yeah.
We can go to the beach tonight if we wanted to.
Right.
So
And that
like, we
makes
don't want a vacation on the beach because we can literally go right now.
Right.
So that's not a vacation, like we wanna go places where we can't go
Yeah.
tonight.
That's
And
tough.
like he said, the 50 states were never a goal for us, but damn, we're at 32 now.
Yeah.
It's kinda hard to not just wanna
Finish it
do
off.
it anyway, you know?
So how many states out of the, I guess, 48 easy ones have you actually been to?
So we haven't went anywhere west, and somehow we have missed Oklahoma. So like we've done everything around Oklahoma but Oklahoma. And I'm pretty sure we've crossed the border, but I can't think of when exactly we did that, so I didn't count it. But
We've been to Texas.
I mean, pretty much like west of Iowa, Kansas, Missouri area, we haven't been other than Texas.
I think that's most of ours now. We've been to a lot of the southern states. I do look forward to coming down sometime and doing New Orleans with you. But for us, it would be west and then the northeast. I haven't been anywhere northeast like you guys have. I always thought it would be cool. But a lot of the southern states we've knocked out. And that's been cool. They're all a little bit different. But I would look forward to exploring new areas and stuff.
So, and one of the things I was looking at, because I'm out in the West, I'm like, what a great thing about Omaha and the zoo.
Yeah, it
Get
does
that
have
up for
killer
a day or
zoo.
two, shoot down to the Grand Canyon. I've
Yeah.
never seen anything remotely close to that. I don't know if I want to do it in the heat, but, you know. And
That
then,
makes me wanna take them to Mississippi.
Oh, the Little Grand Canyon.
We have a little Grand Canyon in Mississippi.
I've never even heard of that, really.
It's a
Huh.
giant sinkhole. And by I say
Really?
giant, I mean it is massive.
I haven't, but I saw a really big canyon this morning in Alabama, like on TikTok. That looks pretty cool.
There's one right on the Georgia-Alabama line that's like this one in Mississippi, but it's
Yeah.
smaller. Mississippi's bigger. So that time I fell off the cliff and broke my wrist, that was there.
That was there?
Yeah.
But that's one of the things I thought about is like some of these states that we've driven through, like we're going to Alabama, we're going to Texas, we're going to North Carolina, and you drive through Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, like what you could make a whole vacation out of exploring those states.
Yeah,
Like, you
just on your way.
Exactly. You've probably missed the best part of Tennessee. Kentucky's beautiful. We've spent a lot of time in Kentucky in the past. And
I mean,
Kentucky
Tennessee, you
has
got Pigeon Forge, you got Nashville.
Gatlinburg, you
right.
know, Kentucky is beautiful. Mississippi, I'm sure there's stuff that you can explore. I mean, those, what do you want to call them? Drive-through states have things to offer on their own.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the difference between our vacation and what you guys did, is you took your time to, for the most part, get to know all the states, whereas we were just gotta hit that state line,
Right.
you know, so.
Well, the biggest part is, on the way down here, you spend 5.5 hours driving through fucking southern Illinois.
Yeah.
I hated that. I'm like,
Well-
there's gotta be a better route.
And then you spend another 4.5 hours driving through Mississippi.
Yeah, so he went a different
I
route.
don't know how much they love it, but like even if we just run home to Illinois, we have drove through those states, we have drove that road 500 times, there ain't nothing new. So I purposely pick something just off the way to do like
Oh.
on the way home. Now last time, they don't forgive me, I got us lost in the mountains and ended up coming out in Georgia 6 hours later. But like, just breaking up that drive and going to see something you haven't seen before, like isn't that the whole point of traveling? To see something you haven't seen?
We tried to do that in Tennessee, and I will say, same thing, maybe it takes some more planning, because we got way lost.
Yeah.
Like, the GPS was guiding us, but we were like dirt roads, there was like a spray painted sign that said pony rides, like, I was like, where the fuck are we?
Yeah, so we ended up losing GPS, all phones, everything, and so you just had to drive this mountain road until it finally ended. And next thing we knew, we were in Georgia. We started like
Oh no.
all the way over here, like it was way out of the way.
It was in Chattahoochee.
Yeah, it took
Natural
us
forest.
literally like 6 hours on that road to finally come to a place where we could get out.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
We just kept going and going and
I
going.
was like, I thought we were gonna run out of gas.
It was a brand
That
new
was my
car.
brand new car.
We
Like,
had
I
just
had it
got
like
the
a
car.
month.
The week before that, we had just bought our car.
Well, and you know, our experience on the island leads you to this week's What Were They Thinking?
Yeah.
So,
Actually, one of the biggest things we talked about after we figured out there was no bridge and there was a ferry was take the kids on the ferry, like they've never seen anything but close to this, and trying to book tickets for the thing, the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like it is 2025 and you can't book an app or something to get a ticket on this. You have to sit in line for an hour and a half? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Kiss my fucking ass. I'm
Well,
not going.
and we
I was
messed,
paid triple the price to just drive straight up on the damn thing.
Right.
Versus pay $40 and then sit there, no, not happening, nope.
well, and we messed up because, again, not a whole lot of planning, spur of the moment.
Right.
There's back-to-back big fishing tournaments on the island this weekend. So when we went to get to this ferry ride and it was gonna be 40 minutes for the actual ride, like he said, they wanted us to be there 90 minutes ahead of time. And I was like, and you literally just sit in line. If you get out of line, you lose your spot. And you can't get out of line because there's fucking cones, you know, blocking you off.
Yeah, you're blocked in.
But I'm just like, I can't imagine you pull it up GPS and it's shorter for us to drive around the bay than to take this ferry across, you know, and not to mention the price of the ferry too. So it just, and that day they only had one ferry running,
Right.
so it was even worse, but it's like,
Yeah, I was severely shocked with how, like, what in the fuck? Like,
Well, that's part of the frustration. So like we said, we rode the ferry back during Mardi Gras because we knew the traffic was gonna be bad all the way around the bay back home, so
Right.
we just did the ferry. And, I mean, you'll sit in that line up to hour and a half. It's my cat eating, Kyle. It's
I was
okay.
like, you got some creepy noises. Oh, it's okay, I see the cat now. I was like, what the fuck is over here? Like something's.
So like, you could sit in line for an hour and a half because you haven't made it to the ticket booth to buy your ferry ticket yet. And you could get up there and the ferry could be full. And like, you can't even get on and you just sat there for all that time. So, I mean,
And that's the thing,
it's
like,
a
okay.
process.
so, you book a ticket on this app, online, whatever the fuck. I mean, there's so many ways you can do it. And it's however many play. Okay. If that person doesn't show up, you still take the ferry and they made money without giving somebody a ride. You know, what? Who cares? Like, I don't understand the thought process on this. You know, and like, let's say I book it, I'm lying on, there's only 2 people I'm taking for. Oh, hey man, your ticket was only good for 2, we'll need an extra $20. So, how hard can that be? But I got to reserve my spot. Like, I don't know, I just feel like there's several better ways we can
Better
do
ways
this.
to do it.
You know, like, this
Well-
isn't the 90s or the 80s where we got to sit
Imagine
here.
the people that live and work in the different
Oh, God,
cities.
I feel bad for them. Like, one, I'd probably make a choice.
They
A different
probably
job,
got
a different
full of
house.
regret
You know,
real quick.
like, you know. So,
Well, that's the thing, if you think like, and I get that sometimes of the year they're not busy or whatever, but like, could you have multiple ferries running? Or,
They usually
you
do.
know,
It must have been some kind of maintenance issue because there's always been 2 of them.
Cause it just seemed crazy to me, and I think that was the main comment, and that's when I knew. Earlier you said you hated Dauphin Island, but that was the moment that I knew that you were not enjoying this vacation as much as you wanted to. Is you looked at me and you're like, if everything I want to do is over there, then why the fuck am I over here? And I was like, yeah, okay.
Well, I didn't do my research. It was one, I was pissy by the time I was trying to book vacation. Like, God, let's just get the fucking house. Like, because we spent, how many houses we look at? 200?
Well, as I said, every day we were sending like 10 more houses, and it's like, we've got to pick one.
Right.
Like,
And everybody's like, oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I'm like, oh, cool. It was hyped up.
Who said you were gonna?
No, I've had so many people like, oh, it's beautiful there. Okay, you're not wrong.
It is beautiful there.
It's
So boring
okay.
as shit.
I don't think it's that beautiful, honestly. Like,
well, and we loved, when we came down a couple years ago, we loved Alabama, and we had this
Oh,
time
I
as
thought you
well.
meant Dauphin specifically.
No, I do mean, he is talking about Dolphin, but like, I loved Alabama, and I've loved it this time too, but some of the best moments in Alabama this time have not happened on Dolphin.
Right, exactly, yeah.
So I think that's where we maybe messed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Great Place could have been part of our trip. We could have spent 3 days on Dauphin Island and the other 4 days on Gulf Shores or something like that. I mean, we could have set this up differently, but been fun.
Next
So,
year, bring some air mattresses and you can crash your.
there we go.
Yeah, no. We've done it. Won't do it again. Won't recommend it to anybody. Gulf Shores, go over there, Pensacola, whatever. It's all in that strip. Do that.
TikTok lies.
What?
TikTok lies.
Yeah.
Both of our wives had this image of Dauphin Island thanks
Oh, yeah.
to TikTok that didn't happen. Because you can make a 30-second clip and be like, look how pretty the sunsets
Right.
are. And they are. Look how pretty the sunsets are. There's a waffle bar. There's this cute little mailbox where there's homemade trinkets. There's quaint little shops that you can go to. And that's great. But what they don't tell you is like those 30 seconds of shit they showed you are the only 30 seconds of stuff you have to do in a week. That's it.
I could tell you guys were starting to get there because like the last day that I went down there to see you and I said you should think about the bird sanctuary. The fact that I recommended a bird sanctuary to you so that you could walk a half a mile and see the same shit you've already done seen but in a different light, like I knew you were getting bored.
Yeah. Getting a little bit stir crazy.
My wife, we went to the golf course. I remember bringing it up, but I never go golfing on vacation. And she's like, oh, you should buy a club. I'm like, it's 9,000 degrees outside. I would not golf in this shit.
Yeah,
That'd be
that
so
golf
hot.
course is rough too.
Yeah.
Looking at fairways.
I get that ball, about 600-yard drive from the wall.
That's what I like about here. They've got water coolers at every hole that you can fill up the water and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, no, vacation pretty much over. I've got one more day tomorrow.
So is it what were they thinking or is it what were we thinking? This
Well, the
time?
ferry is what were they thinking.
Oh, okay. All right.
The vacation is what were we thinking. So, but no, I mean, it was, Dauphin Island was hyped up, it really was, and I think that's part of it, like, I had to wait all day to see the sunset.
Well, and I guess I didn't realize when he said that you were coming to Dauphin that you guys were gonna be there like a whole 7 days. Or I would have tried to help that out a little bit because when he first told me Dauphin, I was like, oh, okay, well here's a couple things you can do.
I think the part that's most frustrating too is, and I just looked at the clock, I understand we gotta wrap this up, but like,
Oh, yeah.
part of the thing that's most frustrating is staying at Dauphin Island compared to staying at Gulf Shores. The amount of money that we saved was like $200 over the course of the week.
Right.
And that, we would have split it in half, like $100 each.
Right.
So the thought of it is like, oof.
You spend that in gas, right?
Yeah.
To get pizza, going to Gulf Shores,
Right.
come in
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It wasn't like, if Dauphin Island was like $1,000 cheaper, okay, I mean, maybe that kind of makes sense and stuff, but we essentially spent the same price to sit on the island the whole time and be like, I want to be with the people.
Yeah. No, the whole week thing, so that's what I've done more life. Like, we go to the beach for a week, we hang out, and I'm finding out that not normal. Like, I thought it was, because all I ever did, but then I saw these other people vacationing, going with them, like, dude, like, Can we do something? Like, yeah, we're going to the beach, what do you mean? Like,
I just like to break that up by like long weekends and taking multiple trips a year.
yeah, so, maybe,
That's what you said this morning. Yeah.
we talked about different things and I've always been like, sure, we've always done it, but, it's not the way we do things, so.
And maybe we get away from the beach a little bit because, and I understand.
I mean,
there's
we've been
going
there
to
for 3 years
be-
in a row now, so.
Right. There's going to be fine differences, and there are, but like North Carolina beach, Florida beach, Alabama beach, it's a
It's
beach.
still a beach.
Right? You notice the differences over the course of a couple of days, but at the end of staying there a week, it's a beach. And like maybe next year we look at like you guys did, or you talked about Omaha or something, and we just do something different, make a different memory. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna get old as fuck and we may not remember it all, and the kids are gonna get older and they're not gonna remember, was that Alabama or was that North Carolina? We was just on a beach.
You should consider a loop, whatever you do. Just consider a loop.
A loop. Yeah,
That's fair.
You're not stuck in one spot.
makes sense.
And I'd go as far as saying not book in one place for the whole time you're planning. So
Yeah.
if you decide you really like it here and you wanna stay an extra day than what you planned, just find a hotel and stay there.
You could have planned your loop around the Big Ten, but they went and fucked that up for you.
Yeah. Woo! We got extra to it.
From Maryland to Oregon.
Oh, God. I was in Maryland, fuck that place. I'd go Iowa, Oregon, maybe a couple others. Fuck Ohio State.
I've been to Ohio, there's no point in going to Ohio. Actually, the Great American Ballpark was cool.
I've been to
Otherwise-
Cincinnati Field, so it's nice.
South Ohio is pretty new. I mean,
I
I
would go
didn't
to
expect
Canada,
that, but I mean, there was mountains and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Might as well go to Tennessee, don't go to Ohio
or Kentucky.
Yeah.
or Kentucky.
Yeah.
Gatlinburg.
Well, I mean, as always, we're growing on social media.
Yeah.
As we said, we gained 200 followers in the past week. Got some cool new things to do here in Alabama, videos to post. Follow us everywhere you social media, everywhere you podcast, you'll be able to find us.
and thanks to the Jackets for joining us. Been a long time coming. We talked about it like easily for a couple months now, so
Yeah.
till next time.
Garage time.